Excavation Profits Podcast by Excavation Marketing Pros. Interviews with successful excavation and septic business owners, revealing how they market and grow their business in today's economy. Hear directly from the most successful leaders in your business and discover what they're doing to keep their phone ringing, equipment running, and businesses booming. Now your host, Scott Andreessen.
All right. So we're going to get started here in just a moment, guys. I want to thank you all for joining. Give a quick shout to Adam, Chris, Dan, Jay, Sheila. People are starting to come in, and I am going to start this right on time. And can you guys, someone please just type a 1 into chat that you can hear me okay? I would really appreciate that. Or you might need to use the Q&A box. I apologize, on the bottom, the Q&A box. Can you hear me? Just type a 1 in the Q&A. Cool, getting plenty of 1s. Thank you, Dan, Adam, Jay. All right, so I know your time is valuable. I don't want to waste it. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So this is how to maximize your excavation or septic website for conversions. And you should have access, if you like, to go to excavationmarketingpros.com and you'll get a sheet right here. And it will give you some things to help hone in your marketing, some exercises to go through. So you set your website up targeting your ideal audience for the excavating and septic jobs you want to do. And I want to start off by making sure you're in the right spot. And so I'll tell you who this is for. This is for excavation and septic professionals. So providing services like residential and commercial excavating, demolition, land clearing, landscaping, concrete flat work, pond construction, all septic services, installations, pumping, dozer work, sewer repair, forestry mulching, land remediation, site work grading, utilities trenching. If you're in that world, this is the ideal webinar for you to help hone in targeted leads for those jobs using your website. And I know your time is very valuable. So my promise to you guys is that by the end of this full workshop, you'll walk away with some easy tactics to convert high-value leads and jobs from your existing website, no matter how ugly it is, right? And I believe you'll be able to dramatically improve your website's results by using these tips. And some of these tactics you can deploy within minutes of watching this full workshop. And so I just wanted to make sure that I am sharing my screen correctly, and it looks like I am. So that is good news. And in this workshop, you'll learn the same strategies that our excavation and septic business owner clients are using to generate hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars worth of jobs for their businesses. And here is an example of a dashboard. They're tracking $391,700 of sales bids in their pipeline. Here's another one, $433,000 worth of sales bids in their pipeline. And another one, $1.16 million worth of sales bids in their pipeline. And while I cannot guarantee you're going to get the same exact results as them, I can promise you the same website blueprint that they use through this training here today. And there is a bonus. If you stay till the end of this webinar, you're going to get the ultimate excavation website conversion machine blueprint right there, as well as top search keywords for excavation and septic that you can use on your site to help it attract those types of jobs that you're looking for. But if you don't pay attention the whole way through, you will likely miss out on a critical piece to the puzzle and destroy your chances of success. So what I need from you today, guys, is to focus. Turn off the cell phones, delete other tabs, silence your Facebook notifications, and let's get into it. So this is part of our 2024 internet marketing plan. And I recognize some of you that you've been to our previous training workshops. We do this every single month, you guys, all through 2023. We went through the whole gambit, and we're going to go through everything you see there through 2024, from website to SEO to paid ads to remarketing, everything. And at the end of December, we did our 2024 internet marketing plan for excavation and septic. That if you missed that, you can pull that up on YouTube. 2024 internet marketing plan for excavation and septic, and go through that training as well. So let's get into it. Who am I? Why should you listen to me? Well, I've got 15 years experience in digital marketing now, and we exclusively serve excavation and septic companies. We've successfully launched hundreds of websites and marketing campaigns in this time. And I'm published author of Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits. And the bottom line is this, guys. Through 15 years of trial and error, plus millions of dollars spent on advertising and marketing, we know what works to drive leads, like you see on the bottom left, and what doesn't. And today I'll share with you what's working in today's market for excavation and septic businesses so you can cut out the noise and start seeing amazing results for your excavation business. So why am I doing this? Reciprocity. Basically, you may not be in the market looking for someone to handle your marketing. I get that. But by giving you a lot of value here today on this call, in the future, maybe you will be, or maybe you have a friend that might need our help. And so what goes around comes around, right? So what is the one online marketing tool that will have the biggest impact on the results of your overall internet marketing efforts? Go ahead, type in the chat. What do you think the one tool is that will have the biggest impact on your online marketing results? Type in Q&A. Eric is saying paid ads. Chris is saying reviews. Very good. Those are both valid answers. So from our studies, those are definitely huge. But still, what we found is the website is the number one biggest impact. That no matter where they find you, if it's through looking at reviews, through Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever, they seem to still want to flock to the website and do their due diligence on the actual site. So it needs to be set up to convert leads, that once they're there, you don't want them to go away and have to do more digging. And studies show high value clients still judge a business based on it, especially when it's a big ticket item like a septic installation or full site preparation or a big land clearing job. So do you guys know what a conversion is? Type a 1 into the Q&A box if you do know. Tell me what that is. Type a 1. Anyone know what a conversion is? And if you don't, that's okay. I mean, that's why you're here. So a conversion is simply turning your website visitor into a high value lead. And I'll tell you right now why it's so important to make your website convert. We can do some simple math. So let's say, for instance, you have an excavation business and your website right now is getting 500 visitors per month. Now, if you're converting 5% of those website visitors, that's equaling 25 calls or leads per month. And now let's say you are able to convert 30% of those calls or leads into an estimate and get 7 booked jobs. If we put an average ticket, just for the sake of math, let's just say $5,000 is a transaction value. That would be a total of $35,000 if your website converts 5%. Now, if we make the website convert better, 3 times better, to 15%, and keep all the other information the same, it triples your sales. So if we go from 5% to 15%, that's 75 calls or leads, 30% conversion to estimate, 22 book jobs, a $5,000 average transaction. That's $110,000 just by converting better. And I'm going to show you how to do this today so you can squeeze literally every ounce out of your site and turn it into a sales machine 24/7. So by improving your website's conversion rate, you triple your sales. So how do we optimize for these conversions? Those are the secrets you'll learn today. This way, you can turn your window shopper website traffic into cash paying takeoffs and estimates. So let's do a little pop quiz. Right there, you see a mobile display of a excavation website. And it's not too bad looking, right? I mean, it looks clean. But can any of you type in the chat as you look at this site right here, this mobile site? What would be killing it from getting leads? Does anything pop out? Like, what would you do to make this thing convert leads better? I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and type in the chat. Oh, I'm sharing my screen there. I'm going to take that away. I was giving away answers. Dan says sign contract. Anyone else? Kind of took away the site. So it might make it harder for you because you're not able to see it right now. Let me bring it back. So for one, it's got no click to call phone number, right? If they're going to get onto it through mobile site, which these days 60 to 70% of all traffic is going to a mobile phone, then you want to have a nice, easy number that they can click on or a button. There's no live chat. That's one of the most popular ways people interact with the local business now. And we're going to get into how you can use that with AI and some cool stuff in a moment. And it doesn't state your expertise. So if we go on this site, it says elite excavating, but that can mean many different things. Like, are they commercial? Are they residential? Do they do demo? What do they do? What don't they do? It doesn't state, it just says whatever your need is, we have a solution for you. So it's pretty generic. No unique selling proposition and more. All right. So I'm going to help you guys with this stuff today so you can dial in your website. And so look, if your website is not performing how you want, we're going to fix it today so you can copy and paste what I show you right into your website and make it rain with the excavation or septic work that you actually want to do. So here's 10 critical elements to improve your conversions. And if you have a pen and pad, you might want to write this down. First, speak to your target avatar. And you can use the worksheet that I gave you for this exercise. And we're going to do a little of that. It's not going to be as involved as the 2024 Internet Marketing Plan for Excavation and Septic we did, but we're going to go through some of that. What are their fears, their frustrations, and speak to why they should choose you. Be real. Use authentic images of your team and work on the homepage and throughout the site. People can spot a stock photo a mile away. Use video. That's one of the greatest things for internet, right? Is as humans, we love video. We love moving pictures and people. So adding multimedia elements to engage and keep them on the site, a welcome video with drone footage, that's hot. People love it. Videos for each of your services. And these don't need to be fancy either, folks. You can pull out your smartphone, and a lot of those smartphones capture in HD, and that's totally fine. You can use the smartphone horizontally, so it takes the big 1920 by 1080 pixel videos and use those on the site, or you can do some nice cool footage vertical. Both works well. And have a strong USP. So what do I mean by USP? That's a unique selling proposition. And this would be 3 unique differentiators that make you you, right? Don't just say we do quality work and we're honest. I see that a lot, and like, that's expected, right? It's expected that you're going to do quality work and be honest. So Come up with something different. Of course, you can find 3 things about yourself that are totally unique that your competitor does not have. Leverage social proof. So showcase your online reviews prominently on the homepage with the tool, preferably above the fold. So another mistake I see on the sites is they'll have the reviews at the bottom, where the potential customer has to scroll all the way down to the bottom to see a couple of reviews. And that's a sales killer right there. So you can use a tool, have it prominently above the fold, that right when they go to the site, boom, they're seeing the reviews. Number 5, let's get the basics in order. So there are 4 ways that people love to interact with a local business. Of course, they like to call, right? So having the phone number prominently displayed in the right or left-hand corner, but big and bold, for sure, that's a must. Ensure there's a it did them all. There you go. Ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out. That's the second way. Web chat is the third way. And accepting text message. That's the fourth way. The next thing you want to do is add credibility with authority symbols. So BBB, Angie's List, love them or hate them, they're still viewed as credibility authority sites. And so by posting their logo, if you are a member of the BBB, by all means do that. It will help win credibility points. Ensure that you have clear calls to action on each page that speaks to your customer avatar, and tell them exactly what to do next. So like when they go to the site, don't leave them guessing. Like I know a lot of people will have a contact us page. That's really not good enough. Instead, have a strong call to action, perhaps with a special. Discount bundle package is available. Click here now for fast quote. And have a big red button right there, telling them what to do. Use special offers and coupons that match the service they're in need of. So if they go to the Septic page, right, on your site, have a nice special specifically for septic. Okay, maybe you can give a free basic inspection or something like that. Make sure your website is mobile optimized with an easy click to call function. So you could have a number that they can click on or a button that they click on to make a call, but you don't want them hunting around for it. And you don't want them to have to click the back button to then type it in on their phone, if that makes sense. And also, having a little technical difficulty. Make sure your website, consider leveraging live chat, AI chat on website. I'm going to share that with you. And SMS automations have all gotten really good. And start giving the client an option to book online through self-qualifying forms. So we're going to talk about that. So as you look at this form right here, this is going to show you an example of what using an AI bot with some artificial intelligence would look like. So let's say, for instance, that you have a form on your website. You could have pre-qualifiers that are a little bit better than name, phone number, give us a description of your project, because that's what everyone has, but it really doesn't tell you if the person's a tire kicker or not, right? So you could do a little more and have them tell you, are they the sole decision maker or is there a partner or spouse? How willing are they to invest? So if, for instance, you're wanting to weed out people that are not financially qualified and that are expecting like a brand new septic install for $1,000, you could use something like, our proposals require our time, thought, and research to be accurate without surprises. But we always like to help folks that are working on a specific budget. What type of budget were you anticipating for this project? And give them some bullet point options of different budgets that they had in mind. This way you can see where their head is at, Are they wanting the septic install for $1,000, or in their mind, are they thinking 10, 15,000? Let's just pretend for a moment I put together an estimate and you like what you see. What's going to happen next? This lets you know, are they an action taker looking to do something now, or are they thinking, maybe next summer I'll do something? And so the point I'm trying to make is putting questions in the form to peek inside their mind to see if they're a tire kicker, financially qualified, if they're wanting, willing, and able to move forward, that if you hand it to them on a silver platter, can they give you a yes decision? And of course, giving them the option to upload images and things like that. Now, the technology exists these days, folks, where you can have conditional logic in these forms and AI to then, if they meet the qualifications, then it will automatically book a call. You can do that. Okay. And so it's kind of like this. Step one is they fill out the form. The AI bot or conditional logic will read through the responses and look for pre-qualifiers. And if it sees a win, like the budget, the time frame, and everything looks good, then it can do something like what you see on the right. So I'm going to show you an example of an actual bot. So here you can see it says, would you like to book a call? And the person said, yeah. And then the bot says, here are some of the days available. We have Thursday, June 23rd, Friday, June 24th. What day works best for you? The prospect says the 23rd. And then the bot says, here are some openings. Thursday, June 23rd. And it gives some times. What time works best for you? And this bot, for instance, coincides with the business owner or estimator's calendar. And that's how it's pulling the times. Okay. 5. The prospect says 5. Yes, that's available. Should we book for Thursday, June 23rd at 5 p.m. then? The prospect says, yup. Sounds good. I have you down for Thursday, June 23rd. Now look, you can see the prospect says, yup. The AI is good enough to understand natural English that a little slang is not going to throw it off these days. It's very, very good at this point. And so that's just a little example of how you can take a traditional form on your website of name, phone, description of project, and turn it into something like this that is more of a sales tool that's going to work for you if you're out in the field, or you don't have time to pre-qualify on the phone. You can use something like this to work for you. Hopefully that makes sense. So this type of solution, for instance, I just showed you, it's great for those looking to filter out the best leads. It's great for those who are busy out in the field. It's great for engaging with leads so they don't go somewhere else. They have actually done some pretty massive studies on this. And they found, for instance, in Google search, that literally within minutes, if someone fills out a form and they're not helped, in less than 10 minutes, they're already on to the next company. And so that's why if you ever ran ads on Google or anything like that, you know that you need to be getting back to them quickly. Otherwise, they're going to ghost you because they've just gone to the next person on the list. So let's carve out your ideal client avatar right now. I am going to quickly look and just see if anyone has chimed in with any kind of a Q&A. We still good? I think we're good. I didn't put anyone to sleep, did I? I hope not. I tend to get a little long-winded on these things. But here's the point with doing this ideal client avatar on your website. If you can see through Bob Jones's eyes, you can sell what Bob Jones buys. Let's do it. Let's sell Bob Jones. And so, did you download your worksheet? If not, go to excavationmarketingpros.com/worksheet and you can get it and work through this. And so, when you go through the exercise, you might discover that your core clientele are excavation, and maybe where you're located, you do a lot of pool excavations. Like that's really kind of your niche, right? That you're going through your services and you're saying to yourself, my gosh, like last year, 60% of my business was doing pool dig outs and excavations. So you might put something together like, okay, these are mostly homeowners. They're 35 to 60. Typically, it's a female calling me, sometimes a guy. They're usually married with some kids. Their annual income is 150K plus, family oriented, reliable. They're not do-it-yourselfer types. And so you put down the pattern, the trend of what you've seen with the customers you've sold. And that's kind of how you want to base your wording on your website, your content geared towards that person. And another helpful thing is think back to the previous clients that you've sold and think about their pains and frustrations, especially. What do they hate? What has really bothered them? And speak to that. So I'll give you an example. Like existing yard, their fears might be that their existing yard is going to be in disarray a long time. Maybe they got a jerk for a neighbor. They can't get an excavation company on the phone or return their call. They're worried that they're going to pay too much because they don't know what these things cost. They're too busy to deal with it. They're worried the job is going to destroy underground pipes or wiring. And so if you know these things, you could word on your site something to the effect that, we are going to give you a fair price. We know you're busy and you just want it done right. And you can expect us to not have your yard in disarray or to, break any pipes or wiring in your yard. We're professionals at this. I'll give you guys some other messaging that works that you can literally just input on your site right away. Okay. People love saying fast. They love fast service. Amazon has done that to us, that we expect it the same day we order it, right? We can't always do that in the dirt business, but fast service, that's catchy wording and they want to see that. Straightforward pricing, upfront pricing, satisfaction guaranteed. Again, these are buzzwords that help sell. Discount bundle packages available. Everyone loves a discount. You can certainly sharpen your pencil if they're going to give you a full site preparation package. Am I right? You would be willing to do that. So offer them, if they're going to get multiple services, and a lot of times you'll go out there, right? And it may be for one particular type of service, but then you see they're also going to need this, that, and the other. And so giving them a higher retail price on all three, but if they do it all with you, they're going to get this special bundle package offer. That's going to help your sales. Financing available. You guys, there's some good financing companies for excavation and septic that it doesn't take a whole lot to get involved with them as far as an application process. And then you can sell more jobs by offering financing. You get paid the full amount and then they finance through the finance company. So again, it helps to create more revenue. And land clearing starting at, or whatever service starting at, and give them the best price option you could do. So like land clearing starting at $14.97. There's an example. Now that's not going to be 10 acres, right? But you get the idea that maybe you can do a half an acre at that, or something like, you know what I mean? A quarter of an acre lot or something like that. That best case scenario, in and out, $14.97, that you could start with that kind of wording. And that's going to really get a lot of eyeballs and people wanting to contact, because that's going to sound like a great deal. Now let's get into some nitty gritty stuff. Here's a website. No joke. This is a real website. I scratched out the name because I don't want anyone going to this person or anything like that. But just looking at this site, they're obviously very proud of their equipment and they've got, some nice equipment, but really is what's going to draw me to want to hire this person? Because I'm not seeing any special offers, right? I'm not seeing any pictures of the owners, the team, reviews, nothing. In fact, I don't even see a phone number on this website. I would have to click on the Contact Us page, I suppose, to find it. And so if you guys do have a website and it looks like this, right, I'm going to show you how to fix that. Here's how we fix that. So on the left, you have a mobile site. And on the right, you have a desktop site. And what you really want to do is have the same elements on both to convert leads the best. And so let's go through some of these. You'll notice up top, we have free estimates as a little call out, something to get them, wanting to reach out. We've got a video from the owner. We've got something special here. We've got interest-free financing, and we've got 25 years experience. So we're giving like a unique selling proposition of how we're different. We have another get quote button right there on the desktop. We have a phone number in big bold print, top right corner. We've got the reviews right there above the fold. So the potential customer, they really don't need to scroll down. They could see it's a good company right as soon as the page loads. On the mobile, same thing, interest-free financing. We've got 25 years experience. Again, we got the video. We've got a click to call button there. We've got the reviews. We've got another get quote button that pulls up a contact form. Pretty clean. And so let's go over some basics of website forms, how you're going to collect these leads. Here's an okay example. Bare minimum is have a form. This is the bare minimum thing. And that would be name, email, phone number, message. This is going to be your most basic form. At least get this. By the end of this webinar, at least get this on your website. Here's something better. Okay, now we're getting a little more advanced, a little more into sales. Website quotes using conditional logic and artificial intelligence. So now we have a button, but this form you see can think. So it's collecting the information, but then it's also using fields that will appear and disappear based on the responses of the prospect. So AI website contact forms are used to pre-qualify and make decisions based on what you need. Time frame, budget, service selections will route them in the right direction. So right here we see this form says estimated project start date. It's a pre-qualifier. So if they put 6 months from now, then it's going to stop right there because that's too far down the road. It's too much. It's great to have a sale 6 months from now, right? But does that help you out right now? Probably not. So if they put projected start date ASAP, then more fields would open up on this form. Are you the sole decision maker? And get into more pre-qualifying. And it also has a fallback where it will use text or click to call button right there. And now here's another way to best convert high value jobs, because I hear a lot and our clients all want the best leads that produce high value projects, and they're kind of done chasing tire kickers. The best way we found to do that is to ask tough questions to gain commitment from them. Commitment is a key word, and weed out tire kickers. So here's how we gain some micro commitments. First off, are you the sole decision maker, or is there a partner or spouse involved? Really, you want to know who you're dealing with, because if they can't make the decision, if they're not the one who can sign the check at the end and you're going out doing a site visit and they're not the decision maker, then guess what? Now you got to go back and do the whole process over again with the decision maker. And you don't want to do that. So make sure you can ask that. Another field, after we send out a proposal, if you like what you see, what will you do next? This is a nice open-ended question because it lets you peek inside your prospect's head so you know if they're serious or not. So for instance, if they answered this question, let's say you had that one on your form, And they answered it, well, I'd probably go out and get another proposal. What does that tell you? Right? That, that person's maybe not too serious, or you're going to have to work a little harder, because they're basically telling you, after you give me a proposal, I'm going to go out and compare your proposal with someone else's proposal. You might have another field. Will you be ready to move forward with payment or loan if you feel it's what you need? This is very valid. And why is this a good question? In my opinion, it's good to know if they can actually afford your services. Because let's face it, by the time you do a site visit, go back to the office, pull up your spreadsheet, work the numbers, put together a proposal, email them the proposal, follow up with them, and they say, yeah, you know what? This is great. It looks great. By the way, I don't have the money to pay for this right now. How much of a kick in the gonads is that, right? So you don't want that. And by having some simple qualifiers like this on your form, you help weed that out. Because really, guys, my whole point with this is your time's too valuable to drive all across town chasing people that would never have bought from you to begin with. And there is that old adage, buyers are liars. It's true. It's true. That's why once you give them a price, they ghost you. And so the key, by asking some well-pointed questions at the start, using web forms or chat, or heck, even when you get them on the phone, you'll gain their commitment and get to the truth fast if they're a real buyer, and save yourself time and frustration. And by the way, if you're interested in more of this kind of stuff, on our YouTube channel, you can search Excavation and Septic Sales Call Role Play. And you'll see a demo role play of handling an inbound sales call. You might find that helpful too. So guys, I'm going to open it up to you. What is the typical problem excavation contractors have with their website marketing? Type in the Q&A box. What's the typical problem that you're having? I'm going to start calling out names if I don't see anyone answer. What's the typical problem? Or septic. If you're in the septic business, what's the typical problem or problems that you're having with your website marketing? It could be anyone. Is anyone going to chime in? I already know this stuff. So if you don't care, anyone at all, no one wants to take a swing at what's the typical problem. So typically what we see is it's a big investment in marketing, and there's traffic, but not enough leads, or too many leads. And most of the leads are no good, which leads to a low return on investment, which leads to parked excavators and an empty schedule. And that brings upon the failure cycle. So there's not enough leads generated for the investment, and the excavation or septic company just cannot grow. So it turns into a feast or famine business cycle, busy then slow, busy then slow. So the key is to have a great website built to convert. This way you're consistently converting your visitors to callers and leads. And you can create a full schedule with your earth movers moving, and momentum and consistent growth. And that equals success. Phones ringing, takeoffs, estimates set, excavators running, business booming. It's a good feeling. So one key I want you guys to take away with is to make sure your site is mobile friendly and built to convert. 4.8 billion people now are on their mobile phones searching for businesses. 3 out of 5 consumers search for local businesses on their smartphone. And Google reports 40% of mobile consumers turned to a competitor's site after a bad mobile web experience. And site speed matters too. So some key ideas that I want to leave you with is add real, authentic images of your team to the homepage and throughout the site. Add video elements to your website, a welcome video, videos for your services, a video explaining why someone should contact you versus the competition. Showcase your online reviews, more prominently on the homepage, not at the bottom, but above the fold. And you can use a tool to do this. Get your basics in order, big phone number, top right corner, ensure that there's a web form customers fill out. Credibility is very helpful. So if you're a member of the BBB, Angie, ABC, NUCA, any of those organizations, prominently display those up near the top. And update your calls to action on each page to ensure they speak to your customer avatar and tell them exactly what to do next. Leverage coupons and offers that match the page they are on. And add live chat to your website. Offer clients the option to book online and self-qualify themselves. So, is your website optimized for conversion? I want to hear from you. Tell me, what do you think? Is your website already optimized for conversion? I want to give you guys some homework. Which of the following website conversion items should you implement in your business now that will have a positive impact on your lead conversion rates? Pick 3 to implement over the next 30 days. So, what are you going to implement as a function of today's webinar? Anyone want to share that? Eric says web chat. Very good. Keith says click to call button. Absolutely. Awesome. So here's a layout for how to make your website convert. Logo, so this is a sample web page. You can have your logo right up top there, phone number, big bold print on the right. Have a call to action here with your unique special offer. Like I showed you, discount bundle packages, that could be your special offer, and then a call now. Very simple. Having your client testimonials right there above the fold, a contact form or button. You can also do a button that when you push it, it opens up in like a light box. Those look really sharp. Having the business name, address, and phone number prominently displayed on the web page. That helps boost credibility and authority and helps with search engine optimization. Mobile site, same thing, call to action, click to call button. So in summary, your website, it is your hub. So any takeaways you want to share, guys? What did you learn? What did you notice? What would you like to share? And by the way, we do offer a free website and online marketing plan review. It's a $500 value. And on there, we go over an analysis of your online visibility, a custom keyword list of most important search terms based on the jobs you want to do, a ranking report showing where you currently are, analysis of your online directory listings and consistency of your NAP, that's your name, address, and phone number, analysis of online reviews and your reputation, and an analysis of your online social presence. And how you can get all this is by scheduling a call with me. You can text schedule to 866-521-5298 or visit us at excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. Either option will work. You can text schedule to that phone number and it's going to give you back a link to schedule a call, or you can go to that web page. And again, it will give you a calendar. You pick a time, a day, and answer some basic questions about your business to streamline our call together. Okay. And so your overall online strategy looks like this. Don't feel like you need to do this all in a day, but this is really ideal of what you want to aim for. A website that is built to convert, proactive search engine optimization, providing value-added content that answers customers' questions, focus on your online reviews and reputation, doing a strategic pay-per-click campaign, paid ad campaign with remarketing. So after they visit the site, you have ads that will follow them around as they go on YouTube and Facebook and other platforms. They keep seeing your business and they come back. Social presence, email marketing, and then precision tracking and measurement of your key performance indicators. Bottom line is, if you're investing in marketing, you should know dollar for dollar your cost per lead, your cost to acquire a customer on each marketing channel. You should know what's working and what's not. So any volunteers that want me to look at their site, you can send an email to scott@excavationmarketingpros.com. And if anyone types in chat and wants me to take a quick look at their site, Luke says, already busy, great website, could equal more work. I can't get to quick enough. Haha. Awesome. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate that. Otherwise, I think we're just about all set. If you would like some help, again, you can go to excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. All righty. And for those who stayed to the end, you want to claim your reward. The ultimate website conversion machine plus top search keywords for excavation and septic are on there. Just go to excavationmarketingpros.com/reward and you'll get instant access to that. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come onto the webinar, and pat yourself on the back for doing this. You're taking action and it's going to lead to positive results. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will bring this workshop to a close.
Hey there, excavation pros. If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to like and subscribe to our podcast and channel. Leave us your feedback and let us know how we did. And hey, if you're interested in taking your excavation or septic business to the next level online, make sure you visit excavationmarketingpros.com today and take advantage of our free resources and mastermind group for excavation and septic industry professionals.